Great. Loading in. Bleed with live. Give it a second. Make sure the audio and the vocals to vibe. There, we can get it on. We to vibe, sir, on the sound. 2 seconds. Kind of one kind. One kind. Like, should I turn it down? No. Okay. That's the one on YouTube, Facebook. Okay. Give us a second. We'll be with you in a minute. Make sure all the connections is too wild. Get it done. Okay, I'm go ahead and put the attendance in the chat. Go ahead and sign in. Make sure you can get your ISUPK benefits, including your Hebrew name. Everything's too loud. All right, everything is too loud. We're gonna clap it up. Right, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shabarakatham to the Akiyum, Yahweh Shamar Alatham Bahashem, Yahweh Shah to the Akwatim. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. You understand? And since 1969, we have been bringing out the truth of the Bible. And that truth is that the so-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, and also the so-called Native man is the true Jew according to this Bible. You understand me? And the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
You understand? And today is a Wednesday night law class. And what we're going to be touching on today, getting into today, is more like it's more like your heritage, man. It's like we're gonna get to these curses. You understand? Like see who they fit. Like, you know, they say like the shoe fits, wear it. You understand? If the shoe fits, you should wear it. So-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man, and realize that you are the true Israelite that this Bible is speaking about, and not the so-called Jewish man that is currently occupying your nation, your heritage, your culture. You understand? They never been a part of your culture. We're brainwashed because of Christianity. You understand me? Your Christian pastor has you praying to the oppressor Jesus. You understand me? The Caesar Borgia. You understand me? Which is not the Yahweh Shai in Hebrew Jesus of this Bible that we read. You understand? The King James version. Tonight we're gonna get into that, and let's get it started. We're gonna get it started with Deuteronomy 28:1. We're gonna get into this, get it started, see what's going on. You got that for me, other one?
Come.
All right, let's go.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass.
And it shall come to pass, which means this is something that's gonna happen, is going to occur. You know what I'm saying? Read.
If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Right here he's saying it will come to happen if you hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Hearken means like to listen. You understand me? If you're hearkening, it's not letting it go in one ear and out the other. You understand me? When you hearken, you're listening and you hear it, and you put something towards it. You understand me? Just diligently, like put some emphasis behind it, put some effort behind it. Show that what you heard. You understand me? You can take in, process, and show what you heard. You understand me? It's thoroughly. You understand me? Diligently is like thoroughly with some zeal. All right, let's get it.
To observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day.
Now the Most High he's a man commanding us, you understand, to observe and to do his commandments, you understand me, and not the oppressor's commandments, you understand me? Like, we have our own high holy days, you understand me? That's not the ones that we worship with our oppressor, you know what I mean? We have we worship other gods when we celebrate their holidays, you understand me? We got Sabbath, the Sabbath, the Passover, Feast of Unleavened Bread, and things like that that he expects us to, you know what I mean, observe, and not our oppressor's holidays. Read.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
And the Lord said he will set you high above all nations of the earth. This is like a promise he had. It goes both ways. He tell you to do one thing, you're gonna comply. You comply, he'll do this. You don't comply, we'll get into that later. But right now, it was just telling us what he expected of us. It wasn't like an option. It wasn't a maybe. It was, this is what I want you to do. You understand me? To stay in my covenant. Read.
Verse 2.
Slocky. Let's start it from the beginning. Slocky. Let's get it from the beginning. You got that from me? Which one y'all got it? Let's get it. I'm one. Let's get it. No, Deuteronomy 28 and 1. We're going to start from the top.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Now he said that he's going to set us high above all nations of the earth. You understand me? That means high above the Arab man, the China man, you understand me, our oppressor, the Korean. He told us he will set us high above all those nations. But we're obviously not on high above those nations because we chose not to hearken diligently into the voice of the Lord our God. So we fell under these curses. Our ancestors fell under these curses, and we inherited these curses. You understand me? And the only way to get out of them is to get back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand me? That's the only way we can. It's gonna work. You understand me? Let's see. We go after that. We gonna go to. Let's get. No, we go to 9. Because the father, your father, that's why they refer to him as a father. Your father gives you rules, he expects you to, you know what I mean, like tend to them. And once you tend to them, you'll get blessed by following those rules. When you don't follow those rules, you get punishment. You understand me? And that's basically what the curses are. Basically, it are punishment.
If I may, another heavy point in the scripture is this is talking to Israel, man.
Right.
This ain't talking to everybody.
Right.
Like you understand how dumb of a statement it would be to say, you know what I'm saying, if everybody will hearken diligently, you know what I'm saying, and keep these commandments, then I'll put everybody on high above everybody. Wait, what? That don't even make no sense. He talked to the children of Israel, you understand? And he talked about putting us on high above all the other nations on this planet, man. It seems so far-fetched because of our recent history, you understand? And the devastation that we've endured as a people, you understand? The destruction that we've experienced, the condition that we are in. Like, it seems like, it don't even seem like it's possible, you know what I mean? For us to be the ones that the Most High will set on high, you know what I'm saying? But again, we turn back to his law, statutes, and commandments, man. He's a man of his word. You understand that? The Most High delivers on his promises. You understand? Because he showed up delivered on his promises about what would happen if we get into it.
God, what
you understand? Yeah, we got to get back in. The children of Israel, the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, you know what I'm saying? The Haitians, you know what I mean? The West Indians. We got to get back into these law, statutes, and commandments, man. I'm trying to get on high. Not get high. I'm trying to get on high. You understand?
God.
Salaki, yeah.
Let's get it 28:9. All right, let's get it.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 9. The Lord shall establish thee in holy people.
The Lord shall establish thee in holy people. So right there, he didn't say everybody. He didn't say the Lord shall establish everybody. You understand me, to be a holy people. And holy means separate. He chose a certain nation, a certain group of people that he was going to establish a holy people unto himself. You understand me? Unto himself. Like he chose this certain people that he was going to make his. You understand me? Read.
Unto himself,
Mm-hmm.
as he had sworn unto thee.
As he has sworn unto us.
If thou shalt keep the commandment
If thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord. You understand me? That means don't eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. You understand me? That means don't fornicate, don't commit adultery, don't murder. There's a lot of things that the Most High, it's not hard to do, but he asks you to do and just asks us to do it. Don't have any idol above him. You understand me? That's all he asks. Read.
and walk in his ways.
And walking in his ways is following his commandments. You understand me? Following his laws, statutes, and commandments that he asks us to do, and that's how you walk in his ways and be set on high above all other nations instead of doing what we were told is the best thing or right thing to do, and that's follow other customs and other cultures and their customs and do what they do or what they seem to make us feel like we're missing out on when we watch them do it. But we're not really missing out when we see them doing them things, because that all leads to death. You have two options. You can either follow the laws, statutes, commandments, or the other option is death. You understand me?
Right.
All right, we're going to go to 28:15. Then we're going to get into who these curses belong to. We're going to get into it now. Let's go 28:15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Yeah, I'm saying it will come to pass if thou wilt not hearken, if you will not listen to what I just told you to do. You understand me? Guess what? Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
And we know we don't do that. We don't observe, we don't follow or do his laws, statutes, and commandments like we're supposed to as a nation. You understand me? Read.
That all these curses shall come upon thee.
All these curses shall come upon us. Those curses are like poverty. You understand me? The children of Israel, so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man, are the ones suffering from poverty. You understand me? In every ghetto, every hood, all the slums, they are filled with us, with Israelites. You understand me? Our oppressor is not in the ghettos all over the place. You understand me? We are all over the world in the ghetto, in poverty. You understand me? Drug addiction. We fall victim to drug addiction at an alarming rate. You know what I'm saying? We are addicted to drugs as soon as we are old enough to get into them. You understand me? And the oppressor put them in our neighborhood. You understand me? And we're so oppressed that we feel like that's our only out. You understand me? We feel like that's the only way we can cope with this oppressed life that we have to live. But that is not, you know what I mean, what we have to do. You understand me? We read that again. Matter of fact, from the read it again.
Verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day,
Mm-hmm.
that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
And overtake thee. You understand me? And we are overtaken. Like we're defeated. You understand me? Like curses are like broken homes. You understand me? We suffer from broken homes. The mother and the father are hardly ever in the same place. You understand me? And when they are in the same place, they can't see eye to eye. There's no peace. You understand me? There's nothing but arguments and restraining orders. You understand me? The government steps in and they take over our household. You understand me? They're gonna kick the father out the household, and they're gonna give them the stamps. They're gonna give them they're gonna pay for the apartments and tell them you can't have a man in there. You understand me? And that's mostly applies to the so-called black man, so-called Native man, so-called Spanish man. You understand me? But these are the curses that fall on us because we choose not You know what I mean? To obey the Most High, law, statutes, and commandments. Read.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city. Like you can be in the biggest city of Baltimore, it's like you'll still be cursed. In the fields, you could be in the smallest country. You understand me? There's no escaping these curses. You understand me? Unless you get back to these law, statutes, and commandments, there's no running from it. You understand me? You're overtaken. You can't run from these curses, man. They're on you. After that, we're gonna go to let's go to 25, verse 25.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 25.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies.
The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten. Anybody know what smitten means? Go for it.
Struck or harmed.
Yeah. We are stuck with smitten in front of our enemies, man. We're the ones killed by the police on a daily basis. You understand me? Let me see if we got more on that. No, read that again. Read it again.
The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies.
We are smitten in front of our enemies on TV. You understand me? When's the last time y'all seen a Asian gunned down by the police? Anybody? When's the last time you seen an Arab man gunned down by the police? Anybody? When's the last time an oppressor? And they'll pull out fast. When's the last time they caught a body on TV? No, but you know who has been killed on TV at an alarming rate? The so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man. We are the ones that they're putting us on so many T-shirts. You understand me? More than the Fruit Balloon logo. You understand me? We are on T-shirts messing with these cops out here. We are smitten before our enemies, man. And the Most High says right there, you have enemies, and those are our enemies. You understand me? Read. Slocky.
Every point you bring out, but you know, the whole smitten part, it ain't just talking about like, you know what I mean, like an actual physical punch, you know what I mean, or actual physical gunshot. I mean, think about it like this, like we as a people are constantly under attack.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like you take the LGBTQ movement, you know what I'm saying? And the way that that's being promoted and, you know what I mean, propagandized, you know, to our children, right? As an alternative lifestyle that, you know, they should embrace and that they should participate in. That's an attack, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, we're losing a lot of our children to that, man. You understand? Like you take like, you know, the financial warfare, you know, the unfair housing and lending practices, you know what I'm saying? Like these are things these are things that are real. These are attacks against us, man, that work. You think about the prison system, man. The disproportionate way that we are locked up, that's an attack, man. You think about how we are taught to hate ourselves, but to love our oppressor with this, I mean, this with a simple image of a white Jesus, right? That is an attack, man. You understand? And it's our enemies that do it to us, right? Arab with his little gas stations, you know what I'm saying? The Chinese with their little their little Chinese restaurants in our neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying? Siphoning all of these financial resources that those could be black-owned gas stations, right? That could be a soul food restaurant, man. I remember we was in Florida, right? We was in Florida. It was a Chinese. It was a soul food restaurant. You know what I'm saying? But it looked like a Chinese restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Like it was some brothers and stuff working in there, but I'm not sure that they owned the joint. You know what I mean? Like it was surely a Chinese establishment that was selling soul food. But I mean, that could have been, you know what I mean, an old Moabite, you know what I mean, reaping all the benefits of that. You understand? So yeah, that's it on that. You know, that's smitten, man. That's a lot of, there's so many different ways that we are attacked. And who's who's warning our people about these attacks? Who's pointing out these attacks? You understand? Who's pointing out, you know what I'm saying, the racism and standing on it? You know? And that's it. So like, besides the ISUPK.
Right. It's only the ISUPK and the Commander General Yana is bringing this stuff out to the light. You understand me?
That's right.
The Christian church teach you to like just let it go and hold hands and march. They want us to march. We done marched the hole into the ground. You understand me? And we have got nothing done. Nothing has been fixed. They're not sorry and they don't plan on being sorry. You understand me? But that shows you that we are the ones that fall under these curses. You understand me? We okay, read. Do we got more on that? All right, let's get it.
Thou shalt go out one way against them,
and
flee 7 ways before them.
That's flee that's in every direction, man. We flee in every direction. We don't know which way to go. You understand me? We don't have any answers. We don't have an answer to what needs to be done out there. Well, our Christian pastors don't have the answer for us. You understand me? And that's who we look to as a people to provide us with answers. And they're not giving us any answers. They're just patting their pockets and singing songs and pop locking in church. You understand me? Read.
It shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth.
And we was the ones who was moved into all kingdoms of the earth. That's like, that reminds me of the transatlantic slave trade. You understand me? We was removed into all kingdoms of the earth. You understand me? Like Brazil, the Caribbean, Barbados, Cuba, Jamaica. And we was removed everywhere, you understand me? It was even removed from the Americas over to Europe, over to Spain, over everywhere, you understand me? These curses apply to the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man. You understand? Okay, let's see what we got after that. We're going to go to, let's go to 26. And keep going. We go with 26.
And thy carcass shall be meat unto all fowls of the air. And unto the beasts of the earth. And
our carcass shall be meat unto all fowls of the air. You understand? Like that means like everything we do, someone else is gonna eat off of. Like the officer brought out earlier, like they bring their Chinese restaurants. They're selling us our hair. You understand? It ain't our hair. They're selling us the hair. They're selling us our food. They are eating off of us. You understand me? And not putting any money back into our neighborhood. They are taking all that money and sending it back home. You know what I mean? We're not able to have our own stores in our neighborhoods because they have them from a whole nother country. You understand? Like we didn't ask to be here. You understand? We were brought here. Everybody else has come to it and lives a better life than the people who built it. You understand? We should ask ourselves, why is that? I know why, because we fit these curses. You understand? Read.
And no man shall fray them away.
And no man shall fray them away. What do you think that means? Anybody know what that could mean? No man shall fray them away. Anybody got it? Yeah. I'm gonna go. No man shall fray them away. Like for flies on you, you understand me? For birds on a vulture or something, you gonna shoot. You know what I mean? And no man trying to save us. No man is fraying them away from eating off of the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man. Nobody's stopping them. Nobody's saying, you know what, man, it's messed up what they doing to them people. You know what I'm saying? It's messed up. They've been in poverty and slavery this long. And who's trying to stop it out here? Is the Asian man upset about it? Is the Arab man upset about it? Is anybody coming to our rescue besides us? They're going to watch. They're going to stand on the sideline and watch. I don't want.
But they do fray away, you know what I'm saying, when the Asians, two Asians get beat up.
Oh yeah, can't have that. Right.
Oh Lord, they do fray away for the Ukraine. Huh? They do fray away for the African.
We got to. Yeah.
Huh? Feeding African for the commercial. Well, where's our commercials at? Huh? They fray away for the whales.
Right.
And for the dogs, the Humane Society.
Oof. Oh Lord.
Oh, they'll fray away for everything except us.
Oh yeah.
And then let us try to fray away for ourselves. Oh, now we a hate group.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh now we
now we being racist.
Yeah. That's how they are.
Now we extreme. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's how it is. He brought out a heavy point. Like they would put you in jail for harming a dog. You understand me? For slapping a dog too hard, right? Let that officer slap you too hard. Guess what? That's your fault. It ain't his fault. You understand me? They ain't gonna say nothing about that. They're gonna tell you send that applicant 10 cents a day and watch you starve in your own neighborhood. You understand me? They're gonna afraid people away from messing with the LGBT community. They're gonna afraid them away. Oh, don't mess with them. Call them by their pronouns. You understand me? Make up old new rules that you have to live by. But sadly to say, if it's us, they don't care. And they're not gonna care. You understand me? Let's see, we got any more on that? No man should fry away. Now we'll leave it there and go to 32.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32.
Mm-hmm.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people. Whose sons and daughters were given unto another people? Anybody know? Sis? Right. And it started with slavery. You understand me? Our sons and our daughters was given unto other people. People who was not their grandparent, was not their auntie, was given into a whole another nation of people. You understand me? It was given to a whole other nation of people. Read.
And thy eyes shall look, and fail with longing them for them all. Wait, it's like and fail with longing for them all the day long.
And thine eyes shall look and fail for longer than that. What's that mean? Like it's gonna be in your face. Your eyes is looking. You seeing what's happening. You understand me? You can't do nothing about it. And it happens so too often. We lose our sons and our daughters. The gun violence. You understand me? That was sparked up by precedent. You understand me? We losing the gang violence. We're fighting over neighborhoods that we don't own. We're holding. You got something other one?
It's like, yeah, man. Like I can't ever. I never hear this scripture and don't picture those slave auction blocks. Like I can't like as a reader, you know what I'm saying? In school they teach you to try to picture what you're reading. And every time I read this scripture, every time I hear it read or whatnot, like there's no other image that I can see outside of, first that auction block where that woman is reaching for her child that's on the auction block, and the auctioneer is taking that child and he's handing them to some other slave master. You know what I mean? And she's just crying, and she's reaching, but there ain't no strength in that reach. Those eyes are longing for that child. Give me my child, my baby. You understand? Listen, that's heart wrenching.
Right.
But that happened to a people.
It happened to a people.
And you know who it happens to today? The same people.
The same people.
You understand? You think about our Mexican brothers and sisters on that border, man. It's still going on. I know, the news coverage has kind of died down a little bit. For them, it's going to the next thing. Right. Don't mean it stop. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, where was the news story where they said they're no longer doing it? Right. No, it's because it's still going on. Ain't nobody gonna fray that away. You understand? Our Hispanic brothers and sisters' children are still being separated from them and put in cages, and then some of them are going missing. You understand? And our brothers and sisters are down. Where are my kids? Find my kid. What? Helpless. You know what I'm saying? And that's the state of our people. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to our oppressor and this captivity, man, it's a helpless state, man. Where, and again, like your eyes are seeing these. You can see it. Like it's not something that you just got to hear about. The news covers this. They air it. They show pictures and videos of it. They talk about it for a while at least, and then they go and talk about something else. But these things happen, and we see it on TV. And what do we do about it? Go to church and cry about it and pray about it, and keep the place. We go to the place that teaches us to keep sinning against God. When us sinning against God is the thing that is allowing that to happen. Right? It's the reason we have to suffer this is because we wanted to be disobedient. So we go to the place that teaches us to keep being disobedient, that we don't have to follow these laws. Or we go to the polls, we go and vote for Al Sharpton and all of them, you know what I'm saying, useless, you know what I'm saying, leaders. What are they doing about it? Nothing. They don't even know who they are. You understand?
Come.
Look, we got it.
That's how it is. Our sons and our daughters are given to another people. But that's how you know you're the Israelite of this Bible, because who else nation, sons and daughters, were given to another people? You understand me? No other nation, sons and daughters, once again, the Arab man, the Korean man, the African man, none of those nations had that happen. Only the Israelites of this Bible had that happen to them, man. This Bible was talking about the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man. That's the only ones that happened to them. You know, we can get the jump to 33 after that.
Verse 33.
Mm-hmm.
The fruit of thy land
Mm-hmm.
and all thy labors
Mm-hmm.
shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
And that's heavy, and I did a little research on this part here. You understand me? The fruits of our desired land and the fruits of our labor shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up. You understand me? You know how as African Americans, Hispanics, and Indians, we built this nation and made a lot of these inventions that go on in this place. You understand me? And don't to this day get recognition for it. You know, potato chips was ours. We invented potato chips. Is it on any Utz chip, any Lay's chip? Would you know that? No. We got gas mask. Garrett Morgan, he made that. The protective mailbox. Philip Downing, he created the mailbox. You understand me? The protective mailbox to keep stuff safe inside of it. You understand me? And another nation is eating that up. You understand me? The 3 traffic light was us. You understand me? 3 traffic light. I believe it was George. Is it George Slovakia? Yeah, Garrett Morgan. He made the 3 signal traffic light. He was the first person in Cleveland with a car, a black man. First one in the car. He seen an accident and decided to add the yellow for the caution. You understand me? Now we get no recognition for that, do we?
It's like, you mean to tell me that brother's family ain't getting all the royalties on every single stoplight that's ever made on this planet? Right. His family, his children should never they should be filthy. You know what I'm saying? They should be very wealthy.
Absolutely should.
You understand? But he gets nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely should.
He'll get none of it. They'll get none of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's rough. Huh?
And that's read that from the top again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32.
Hold on, before you read that, and I want y'all to lock it. Before you read that, listen to who these curses fit under. You understand me? You just heard what we talked about. Now read it. 33.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
They should have those not eat up. We're reaping all the benefits of all the rewards. You understand me? Read.
And thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed our way.
Understand me? And that's the way it is. And then one more, the color IBM PC monitor was also invented by us. We get none of that. We get no love for that. But that is oppressive. But that shows you who these curses pertain to when it comes to this Bible, man. These curses are for the so-called black man, so-called native man, and the so-called Hispanic man. Understand? All right, and we can go to 38.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 38. Thou shalt carry much seed out into the field, and shalt gather but little in.
That's us working all week, all finger to the bone, working our whole life, those 60 hours. You get your check, and taxes is all in it. You know what I mean? Social Security, everybody's in your check, and you're getting nothing. Your business owner is getting all the money from sitting home, and you're missing your whole life, missing your whole family. You understand me? Because you're gathering nothing in. You understand me? Read.
For the locust shall consume it.
Because the locust consuming it. You understand me? Because the government, they're consuming your bread. We're going to go to 48 after that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
And so therefore thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. And he said it right here. These are the curses. The curses that the Lord said he was going to send these curses. He made an agreement. We didn't stick to the agreement. So this is part of the punishment. You understand me? That came with it. Read.
And hunger.
And hunger. When it comes to food, as the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man, do we own any of these food factories? Do we own any really farms? We have to go to our presser to get it. Read.
And in thirst.
And in thirst. Do we order own any like the distilleries? Do we order flocky? Do we own like any of the bottling factories? Do we own Pepsi? Do we own any of that? No, and thirst. We going to them in thirst, man. Read.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness. We clothing. Do we own any clothing? Is any clothing in our name? Like, we've been here a long time, right? We've been here for the Arab man, right? Before, made in China. Ooh, all our clothes is made in China, ain't it? Ain't none of them. How do I?
Like if I may, and then the few brothers and sisters that do, you know what I'm saying, and end up with the means to create, some type of clothing line. You know what I mean? Like Rockaware. You know what I'm saying? Like it's priced at a point that it is ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like that most of us can't even afford.
Right.
You know what I mean? So even in those few instances, it ain't that our people have those resources and then they make it accessible to us. You know what I mean? They make it accessible to the oppressor. You know what I mean? And the elite. And forget all about us.
Right.
You know? That's all.
Right. And even in that case, that material is coming from our oppressor. Like we can't, like we should own way more than what we own, but that's the curses. That's how you know you fall under these curses, man. And read.
And in want of all things.
And in want of all things. We're wanting of all things, and that's why we want to become rappers and music artists, and you know what I mean? Because we want everything. We got a dream that we can have everything. You understand me? Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And then we had a yoke of iron put on our neck back in slavery. You understand me? They would put yokes of iron around our neck to make sure we couldn't get away. You understand me? They can catch us easy. Nowadays, they're putting yokes of iron around our wrists. You understand me? We are the ones who fit these curses in this Bible, man. The sooner we realize it, the sooner we can get back to obeying these laws, statutes, and commandments. And so that yoke of iron can't be put on your wrist no more. You understand me? Read.
Until he have destroyed thee.
Until he have destroyed thee. You understand me? All right, we can keep going.
Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
The Lord shall bring a nation against us from far. So there's a whole prophecy in here. You understand me? Like he predicted this whole thing would happen. He said, "I will bring a nation." Who knows what that is referring to? A nation coming to us from afar. Had to take a voyage. Had to take a trip to come to us. Slavery, yeah. It's slavery. You know what I mean? Read.
From the end of the earth. As swift as the eagle flies.
As swift as the eagle flies. And America loves the eagle, right? That's what they got it on the money, right? They got it on that flag. You know, that eagle, you can't escape that eagle. That eagle is America, you understand me? Read.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
A nation whose tongue we should not understand. And that's because we didn't speak English, you understand? We had to learn English. We didn't speak that. You read.
Verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old.
The nation this nation does not care how old you are. They're gonna work you to death. You know what I mean? They're gonna treat you bad in nursing homes. They're gonna everything. If you can't give them the money that they need, they're gonna kick you out in the streets. You understand me? That's a fierce countenance. A fierce countenance is like a fierce, like fierce expression, like a fierce individual. You understand me? Read.
Nor shew favor to the young.
Or the shoe favor to the young. That's why we have people like Tamar Rice gunned down by cops, the young and Trayvon Martin. You understand me? And those people getting off. I mean, they don't care how young you are. Look, we had the oppressor in New York walk into the grocery store, right, and gun down all the elders, and then we had, well, I don't know what he was, so Slocky, I'm gonna leave that one alone. But America just builds hate. You understand me? And they make out of one.
No, we're gonna say Shalagia, the abortion. How
Mm-hmm.
much more young can you get?
Right. Yeah. You're younger than that.
They promote the murder of babies, bro.
Right. Right.
Babies in the womb, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not favor.
Mm-mm.
That's not favor to the most innocent, huh? The most helpless. Oh, ain't no favor, man. Not this beast. They actually look. Not only do they do it, but they promote it.
Oh, yeah.
And they go about it with such a psychological warfare where they convince us to make the decision to do it ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
You bring your baby. You got your whole life ahead of you. What about your dreams? What about your future? Oh, they split talk you right into killing your own.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's not favor.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
It's become the norm, and that's because our sisters have been taught that by our oppressor. Like, you know what I mean? They've been taught that a lot of people that have an abortion, like, oh, I got to have this abortion, and my life is going to be so much better. My life, I can get this, I can get that. 10 years down the line, you're left still in the same place. You understand me? But regret. You understand me? Uh-huh.
This is why to remind me, you're still gonna braid hair. You killed the baby so you can braid hair.
Hey, yeah, but we got some scriptures on. Let's go to 28 and 50. Start at 56. Let's talk about how our sisters are cursed and they're falling under these curses due to our oppressor. 28 and 56.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 56.
Mm-hmm.
The tender and delicate woman.
The tender and delicate woman. Used to be, read.
Which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness.
That's a tenderoni. You understand me? She wouldn't even put her foot on the ground. Read.
Her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom.
Her eyes shall be evil. That's the dragons. You understand me? That's the ones. I don't need no man. I can do it all on my own. Men are the worst. They owe me everything. You understand me? I can do it all by myself. You don't want to take out that trash every day, sis. You don't want, you know what I mean? Get under that car and fix that motor. Read.
And toward her son.
Mm-hmm.
And toward her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 57.
Nope, let's stop you. And that's how the America has made our sisters. You know what I mean? Our sisters was meant to be tender. They was meant to be delicate. They wasn't meant to be dragons. You understand me? They wasn't meant to just be talking all out of pocket and just feeling like we are their enemy. You understand me? We are not their enemy. They took on our oppressor's role. Our oppressor could sit back and watch, and they'll tear us down the same way our oppressor will. I don't want.
Man, you right on there, man. Like they wage a hell of a war against their man. Every day, they don't even it's like they're conditioned for it. They don't get tired of that mouth. They don't you try and go to sleep, and they up with the smoke. It is 2:00 in the morning, and they are still just just battling. You know what I'm saying? But again, man, be tender. Try tender, man.
Mm-hmm.
That song about a little tenderness or something.
A little tenderness.
I heard something.
Hey. There's nothing wrong with being tender, ladies, and you can get in this ISUPK and the Commander General Yohana and get your tenderness back. You understand me? Get that delicateness back. You understand me? You got to learn how to be a lady, but it's a problem. You're not taught to be a lady because your mom was a dragon. You understand me? And her mom was a dragon. It's not even your fault. You understand me? You just wasn't taught the right way. Everybody got to learn. You understand me? We can let's keep going. Can we keep going with that? Yeah, keep going.
Verse 57. and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet.
What's that? My body, my choice.
Right.
My body, my choice. I chose to open my legs, and I'm also going to choose to get rid of the baby. It's like the woman has the opportunity to get rid of the child, right? But does the father? It does have the opportunity to do pay a child support. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's thanks to the oppressor. Oh yeah, no, you can't get rid of that baby, but you know what you can't do? You come out them pockets. You can be broke. You understand me? Read.
And toward her children which she shall bear.
Mm-hmm.
For she shall eat them for one of all things secretly in besiege and straightness.
And she shall read that again. That was heavy.
For she shall eat them for one of all things.
She gonna get rid of that baby because she wanna have a hot girl summer.
Secretly in besiege and straightness.
She gonna get rid of that baby because she wanna work on her acting career. You understand me? She gonna get rid of that baby because she wants to go back to college to braid hair. You understand me? Like everything is more important than that baby, that life that could grow up to be her protector, which would grow up to be her protector, would grow up to be her savior, would grow up to be something special. You understand me? The Most High put that baby here, and that's why we fall under them curses, and they force it on us. They don't force it. We was at an Afran festival, and they had an oppressor at a what's those Planned Hood. Planned Parenthood. It had an oppressor up there trying to get our sisters to abort their baby. Talk about I stand with you.
What you're saying, like you're absolutely right. Specifically targeting Black women at the Afran Festival, African American Festival. You know what I mean? Like it was disgusting.
That was disgusting. It was disgusting. How you have an oppressor at an all Black event with a abortion stand? Come over here, I stand with you. No, how about you abort your baby and leave? You can abort your baby all you want, oppressor. But don't have our sisters do it because we're going to take care of them in here. You understand? And if you can't take care of it, bring it to us. You understand? We know what to do with it. We'll treat it right now. ISUPK the Command General Yohana. You understand me?
That's right.
Read. Let me see where we at. No, I think he was done with that. Yeah, we'll go to 64.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
And the Lord shall, that's why we're in Brazil. You understand me? That's why we're in the Caribbean. You understand me? That's why we're in Cuba. That's why we're in England. That's why we're in London. That's why we're everywhere. Because the Lord said he will scatter us among all people. Read.
Verse 64.
Oh, yeah.
From the one end of the earth even unto the other.
Mm-hmm.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
And there we'll serve other gods. We'll serve white Jesus, so-called white Jesus, Caesar Borgia, you understand me? We'll serve Egyptology. We'll think we was Egyptians, you understand me? Everybody wanna be Egyptian, you understand me? We wasn't Egyptians, you understand me? That's where we'll worship Scientology. You understand? We'll decide that we're from the nation of Islam, and serve the Arab God. You understand me? Instead of the God that was given to us. We're the only people who don't have a God because we choose to serve everybody else's. You understand me? Read.
And which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Which neither thou or thy fathers have known. That's like our forefathers. You understand me? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You understand me? The forefathers of the nation of Israel. You understand me? They never worshiped these guys. These guys was put here by an oppressor. But there is only one true God, and that's the Most High. You understand me? Read.
Even wood and stone.
And what would the wood be? Anybody know what the wood would be? Wood. You know what the wood would be? What we worship is wood. The cross. That cross, right? That cross is wood, ain't it? They love that cross. What they say in the church? Pick up your cross. So pick up the cross, right? You understand me? Anybody know what the stone would be that we worship? We don't worship it. Give it a try. The stone.
I don't know this one.
I
don't know this one.
Nope. Stone would be that Kaaba stone. The Muslims. They circle around that rock 30 miles. They kiss it and everything. I think that's how Corona started the first time. But they worship that rock. You understand me? Us as Israelites, we're worshiping that rock. We're what's the Salam or whatever they talking about. They do everything but blow each other up. They forget that part of their religion. They ain't blowing themselves up though. You feel me? They ain't picking that. They cherry picking their religion. They're not doing everything. You feel me? That they do. But the Most High said we would be worshiping these other false gods, and that's what we're stuck here doing. And that's why we are the children that this Bible speaks of. Let's go to 68 from there.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
All right, that's a heavy verse there. It says, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. Anybody know what that's referring to? What do you think it might mean? Will bring us into Egypt again. And I'm gonna tell you this, Egypt in this context means bondage. Bondage is slavery. Anybody know? And the Lord shall bring us into Egypt again with ships. We was in bondage before we were slaves in Egypt. You understand me? And Moses brought us out. Remember that? Let my people go and all that. He said, I will bring you into Egypt again with ships. What's that mean? All right, for time's sake, I'm going to tell you, we was brought back into Egypt, right? Bondage and slavery with ships. You understand? We was brought there with that transatlantic slave trade. We was brought back into bondage with ships, as the Most High said would happen. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Now he's saying, I'm going to bring you back. I will bring you back into slavery again with ships, like I told you I was going to do. And who else was brought into slavery with ships? Name me that. Anybody know any other nation that was brought into slavery with ships? Other than us, anybody know a nation that ever happened to? So who do you think the Most High is talking to? Israel. You understand me? The Most High talking about Israel. No other nation can even put this shoe on and it fit. You know what I mean? This shoe applies to us. When somebody try to take your shoe, what size you wear? Homie, this your size. Homie, this is your size. You understand me? Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
And we shall see it no more again. That's why we're the only ones who don't know where we're from. We're the only people without a home base. Why is that? Why are we the only one who don't know where we come from? Everybody else know where they come from. We don't know where we come from. Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Mm-hmm. So who sold to our enemies? Once again, let's solidify it. Who sold to the enemies? Anybody? Who sold to the enemies? What's up, Flocky? Yeah, who sold to our enemies? You understand me? For read.
For bondmen and bondwomen.
That means slave men and slave women. Mm-hmm.
And no man shall buy you.
And no man shall buy you. You know what it means in this context when it said no man shall buy you? That means no man shall save you. You know what I mean? No man should take you up out of it. That's why Martin Luther King didn't save us. He said it himself. He said, I feel like I led him into a burning house. And all the integration, he led us into a burning house. Marcus Garvey didn't save us. Joe Biden's not going to save us. Barack Obama didn't save us. The Most High said, no man is going to save you. You understand me? But in ISUPK and Commander General Yohana, you can get the answers and you can get saved. You understand me? And with that, I'm going to go ahead. It's a wild other one. All right. With that, I'm going to go ahead and pass the class off to Officer Aisha Allah.
ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to that brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period,
The brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21 in Malachi 3, 8 through 10. Ma'ishra means tenth in Hebrew. 10% of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for the priest, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, we got the memorial blowing of the trumpets on September 25th at sundown. All right. Get in contact with, the camp nearest you. Make sure you're a part of that. All right. Again, take back our culture. You understand? So with that, men of Israel, Amadyam, which means stand. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amadyam Shabbat, Amadyam, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shabarakatah, Yadyam Matah. Shar, turn to the sisters. Going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Sisters, Amadyam, which means stand. Men of Israel, Amadyam Shabbat, Amadyam, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Alathan Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shamar Alathan Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Yadyam Matah, class dismissed.